Concerning 2023 election, some person said there's no election, they are not going to vote. Some person said the power that be. Who are the power that be? Well, in this article, let's derive and says article speaks on a dilemma over interest in presidency, clarifies position on zoning and age also. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has issued clarifications regarding his position on zoning ahead of the 2023 presidential election. Atiku, through his media advisor Paul Ibe, provided a full transcript of what he said regarding zoning and age as regards the presidency. In the transcript provided by his media aide, Atiku Abubakar said he sometimes wonders whether or not to contest for president given the country's too many challenges. Paul Ibe, which is the media advisor to former Vice President to Olusegun Obasanjo, Atiku Abubakar has issued a clarification regarding what his principal said regarding zoning and age ahead of the 2023 presidential election. Atiku had come under a severe criticism after media reports indicate that he rejected the call on the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to adopt the principle of zoning for its 2023 presidential ticket. And following backlash in the media, former VP Atiku Abubakar has provided a full transcript of his speech regarding zoning presidency. It was reported that the former VP, the vice president, in a meeting with stakeholders of the party on Thursday, February 10th, stated that there is no position or portion of the Nigerian constitution that supports the idea of zoning. Yes, that is coming from Atiku. Reacting to Atiku's statement, that is from the Pan Niger Delta Affairs. Like I said, it's from the Pan Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF. Said zoning and rotation of key political positions cannot be regarded or discarded in Nigeria. As it is, a PANDEF National Publicity Secretary, Honorable Ken Robinson, said the narrative that there is no zoning in the nation's constitution is a conscienceless mockery of our democratic evolution and indeed the country's constitution. Also, Kazim Fegbua, a PDP chieftain, and the ex-commissioner faulted Atiku's reported position on zoning. He asked the former vice president to speak the truth in respect of zoning as enshrined in the constitution of the PDP. Following the backlash trailing Atiku's comment, Ibe, his media advisor, on Thursday, February 17th, provided a verbatim transcript of what his principal said on zoning and age when he met with the Fixed Nigeria group over the issues revolving around the 2023 elections. In the post cited by Legit Nigeria on his Facebook page, Ibe described the media reports of Atiku's statement as inaccurate representation. Well, when it comes to 2023, I often contemplate whether or not to contest for the PDP presidential ticket. That is coming from Atiku. In the transcript shared by Ibe, Atiku said that Nigeria is facing many challenges. Yes, that is what the article said. Ibe said because it's representing Atiku. So that's what same thing as what Atiku has said. Yes, it's representing Atiku there. According to Atiku, he says whether or not should he, vie for the presidential post. He said, well, according to the transcript by Ibe, Atiku said that Nigeria is facing many challenges. And he sometimes wonders whether he should contest for the president or not. Yes, that is what it is. Because there are so many challenges here. I'm not saying that Tinubu should not go out. I'm not saying Atiku should not go out. But as it is, the challenge on ground, have we focused? What's our focus? Have we even, have we drawn a plan on how to salvage the situation? And let the Nigerian public hear about that before we now start saying we want to plan for the election, zoning, or those things are just irrelevant as of now. Election is irrelevant. 2023 is irrelevant. Let's do the needful now. What are we doing now? That it is what you do now that will determine how your future is going to look like. But notwithstanding, I'm not saying the God is not the God of wonders. Things can still happen for a reason, but I believe yet what we are saying physically now, because it is the government, because what they have done, they have acted with impunity, and so many things have been deteriorated and to that level whereby you cannot even pick points and say this is what the achievement of Nigeria is it as of today for the past 60 years that we have gotten independence. So you should know what I'm talking about. The antecedent of Nigeria is nowhere to be found. Yeah, whether or not to contest, it should be deliberated. And meanwhile, everyone needs to be carried along. Your idea, let's share the idea. According to the report or what has been, said by Atiku and presented by his media aide, says I have never seen this country have so many challenges at the same time. Sometimes when I lay down on my bed, I begin to wonder whether I should go for this thing or not, because the challenges are just too much. All my life, I have never seen the country in such a bad situation. As far as the unity of the country is so paramount and concerned, we are more divided. In fact, more divided even than when we fought the Civil War. Wow, yes, I said it. We were never as divided as this. We never had a breakdown of law and order like this. When we fought the Civil War, it was confined in a particular place. Every other place was peaceful, and we didn't have this kind of poverty where even the farmer could not even go to the field to plant what he will eat, not to talk of a commercial quantity. And that is what is embedded, and that is God. Oh my God, I'm really feeling for Atiku wherever he is now. Ladies and gentlemen, come and see. I welcome you to my house. It is your house too. Professor Isa Odidi and I have been in a regular communication. I want to thank him through you. When you talk to him, tell him that he has my great respect and my gratitude to him, because they are telling me in PDP now to go to stand as the aspirant. My fear is that where do I want to start from? Because the problem is enormous. Now we need to come to the drawing board and sit down. You have already said what is before us today. First of all, we are waiting for the president to sign the electoral bill. One, only God knows, maybe until after the elections that he will sign the bill. But when he signs it, we will expect, of course, that INEC will release their guidelines. And when INEC releases its own guidelines, we expect the political parties to read and adopt which option. In the draft electoral bill act, we have 3 options: direct and indirect consensus. Each political party will now decide which option it will adopt. Until the constitution is changed, we will know no peace. So we should not deceive ourselves in the country. Now, what are we saying in Nigeria? Because as it is, I wouldn't say I'm fed up. It affects everybody. Everybody is involved in this. Because if Atiku is telling you now, you should know that things you don't fall apart. Buhari signed the electoral bill. No, I don't know why he wouldn't want to sign it. But what is important is that we have people who are already statutory delegates, meaning governors and former governors, senators and former senators, members of the House of Representatives and former members of the House of Representatives who are still members of our party. Well, if you understand, you understand. And then we have elected the delegates. Well, time may not permit us to continue, but what I see in this is that Atiku, well, he said he will vie for the position of the presidency, but vying for the position, it's very difficult. At this stage, Nigeria is.